tail skink, and they're so cool. And that is how to write the best lyrics. Don't even try to write them down, just start singing. And if you've got a chance to capture it, capture it. But it used to be that if I came up with a really good idea, I was like, oh man, I gotta really take advantage of this and work on this. And not let it slip me by. And that's also been true with meditation and spiritual practices. I've had a lot of really profound epiphanies, and just philosophically and genuinely profound and meaningful and insightful. And then I'll be like, man, this is worth focusing on. I'll study it and I'll start chasing after it. Whether in meditation or altered spiritual states. And then I will realize after way too long has gone by, and I've just spent the last hour trying to grab hold of every last ounce of meaning that I can after that initial discovery, and just discovering that I'm only making myself anxious and that I've forgotten the first principles, and that is to let go. And that, so being okay with even letting go of the opportunity to hold on to it, even if it's a genius idea, getting into the practice of letting ideas go and not having to capitalize on it actually means that you get into the practice of acceptance and not feeding desire. And then your thoughts become more clear and your creativity comes out, and you come up with way better stuff down the road because you let yourself not try to capture the first good song or the first good lyrics you came up with. But when possible, I am going to try to record them so that, and that's all I got to do. Just bring out the camera. But I am soon going to actually start working on actually composing real lyrics. I'm just saying, I don't have to write them all down, you know, because just letting myself, anyway, creative process, that's what I find myself talking about most of the time when I'm doing art and music, is the creative process. And I feel like I say a lot of the same stuff, but it's just because it's what I'm thinking about, and I'm continuing to think about it because it's really valid and useful as a creator to ask yourself when you sit down to create, what is my goal here, and what is my focus going to be. And I think that as long as you're creating, you are doing better than if you weren't most of the time, even if it's not very good creation. Make sure that you create, but if you're gonna create, try to not create something that you are going to capitalize on, but if you are going to focus on a creative pursuit, rule out certain ones and focus on one that will reap the most different benefits, and try to think of all the different benefits. The reason that I've decided this year to focus more on music than drawing is because if I'm going to be engaging my creativity, I'm going to err on the side of making that outlet and enhancing that aspect of my heart and mind into an art that allows me to connect with people, out and about, meet women, perform, because I love to perform. That's why I love acting. And there is an acting component oftentimes you can add to music. You can make dramatic lyrics about things, and you're just coming up with the sky's the limit, and also that it is emotionally cathartic. So yeah, so thinking about it's not, if you think too much about the creative process, then and instead of creating, which sometimes happens. Sometimes I think too much about what should I be, what's the best thing to get into today. Drawing, music, and I'll just spend all this time thinking about it, and I'll just like write it out and be like, what am I going to do today? They're like, an hour has gone by that I could have just sat down and been drawing, instead of like strategizing. I end up spending the whole day strategizing how I'm going to spend the day, or the first part of it, and then giving up. Anyway, those are my thoughts on creativity and music. What was my original point? Oh yeah, lyrics. But definitely also really document. Don't sit down and write. Just document. Just capture it. Capture something. And glad to capture that, because I've come up with some other good stuff. But I'll leave it at that. I'm going to try to capture either, from here on out, either I'm going to, if I record something, I want to either capture as many cool riffs that I've just come up with, and so just put as much, just so that when I go back and listen, I'm like, oh, okay, so I can use that riff for this and that, and so just that I remember how those riffs sound, and then also record myself playing one of those songs to completion. But the key is to make it short and snappy, so that when I want to listen to my old music, it's tricky, because what I usually do is I end up I'll record myself jamming, which is great. But then when I go back and I want to listen to my stuff, I don't want to have to click on one video and go through 15 minutes to get the central themes. Get rid of, so I just want to divide it up into basically that means. But I don't usually do that, because I don't want to stop the creative process, so I want to document it. So what I'm just going to do, record, stop. That's all I got to do. Next time you move on. And then just yeah, so basically, don't be afraid to freeform new stuff, but keep it short. Once you've overdone a riff and you want to move on to the next one, just be like, okay, got that. Just if possible. Yeah, those are my only thoughts right now. I wasn't planning on vlogging, but here I am, and I'm at Bears Den, and there's a few people that come through, and I think my playing is people have enjoyed it, but I'm kind of sitting off at a distance, and I'm not trying to perform for anybody. I've decided to sort of stay out of out of the way, and it's a gorgeous day. That being said, I think I'm going to head out and go to Winchester, to the Old Town Mall, with my guitar, because I went there yesterday, and there's so many people, and I interact with so many people. I met people. I talked to them. I can't believe this place for making friends and meeting women, like, so available, like right in Winchester. I don't go to the Old Town Mall. So it's like, man, I could have really been putting myself out there. But I just remember thinking, man, where in Winchester can you go to meet people and hang out? Certainly not the Apple Blossom Mall. And usually Old Town Mall is boring, and I haven't been there when there's been a lot of people. So that might be it. I'm just not used to going there, and it's just seems just very lifeless in my memory. So anyway, I'm gonna go down there, hang out, and the rest of my day, I think I have spent the past few days really focusing on music. I think I want to, and just being out and about and active. And today I think I want to focus a little bit more on drawing and art. I'm still going to go down to the Old Town Mall and play music, but apart from that, I've decided to make a rule that when I'm out and about, that's when I'm playing music, and when I'm at home, that's when I'm drawing. You know, so that efficiency, maximize your practice time and performance time for people. And then maybe I can even get tips at Old Town Mall. If I can get just a small handful of people donate money, it's not hard to imagine making enough tips to compete with my current hourly salary of, like, I don't even remember. I forget. I remember it was like originally 12 or 13, and they changed it to like 14, 15. Doesn't matter. Point is, it sounds crazy to think that I could actually. Well, the reason you don't pursue making a living as a musician, as a rule, if you're you're a smart person, is because most likely you're going to have wages similar to 7-Eleven wages, right? And you don't want that. You know, you want to do something else with your life, right? If you're already making 7-Eleven wages, then the realization that you can make 7-Eleven wages playing music is actually rather exciting. You know, it sounds, so the idea that it's actually a realistic option that would actually benefit you and actually be a move ahead, and that it seems too good to be true, right? And it might be. It might not actually be, but if I make $5 in an hour playing guitar, and that hour is my practice time, and I'm just doing it in public, that alone makes it worthwhile. So the question is, so I'm not going to just like spend all my time playing on the mall for money. I'm just saying that is an added bonus that gives me more motivation to go down there and play. I don't expect to make a lot of money. I'm just saying that I can guarantee I'll make some. If I play for an hour and it's crowded, a couple people will give me $1, right? But it could be a lot more than that. So that's the only question. So, but I'm gonna really lean into it and see where it takes me. And then from there, you actually start to get people following you. And then you go play a set at a coffee shop, and now you have followers. Put your music online, people hear you playing, and then you tell them to find you online. They get your music. And before you know it, you have people that would actually be willing to pay you for your music, like at a concert or something. Just small, just very, very small. I'm just saying that it is possible that I could actually make at least a modest living for music. Enough to actually be even a compete. I'm not going to even say primary income. I'm just going to say maybe primary income for a time, carry me through unemployment times, or supplement my income, or allow me to even quit my job and do that full time and just make a modest living. Who knows? We'll see. That's all I got.